269.
Ya nisha sarvabhutanam.
Ya nisha sarvabhutanam.
Tasyam jagarti samyami.
Tasyam jagarti samyami.
Yasyam jagrati bhutani.
Yasyam jagrati bhutani.
Sa nisha pashyato munehe.
Sa nisha pashyato munehe.
269.1. The meaning of the words of the shloka. Ya, that which. Nisha is night. Sarva bhudanam, for all beings. Tasyam, in that. Jagarti is waking. Samyami, the self-controlled. Yasyam, that in which. Jagrati, awake. Bhudani, beings. Sa, that. Nisha is night. Pashyato, that is pashyataha, for the seeing. Munehe, for the muni. 269.2. The meaning of the shloka. That which is night for all beings. In that the self-controlled is awake. That in which all beings are awake is night for the seeing muni. 269.3. Bhāṣya.
Ya nisha ratrihi sarva padarthanam avivekakari tamasvabhavatvad sarvesham bhutanam sarva bhutanam kintad paramartha tattvam sthidaprajnasya vishayaha yatha naktancharanam aha eva sad anyesham nisha bhavati tadvad naktanjarasthanīyānam aඥānam sarva bhutanam nisha iva nisha paramartha tattvam agocharatvad atat buddhinam tasyam paramartha tattva lakshanayam aඥāna nidrayaha prabuddho jagarti samyami samyamavan jidendriyaha yogi ityarthaha. Yasyam grahya grahaga bheda lakshanayam avidya nishayam prasuptani eva bhutani jagrati iti uchyate. Yasyam nishayam prasupta iva swapna drishaha sa nisha avidya rupatvad paramartha tattvam pashyataha munehe.
Translation. That which by the quality of darkness obliterates the distinction among objects is like night for all beings. For all. What is that? It is the ultimate principle which is the preoccupation of the sthita prajñā. Just as the day of the others is the night for the nocturnal creatures, the ultimate principle is as dark as night and is not visible to the ignorant, who are on the same footing as the nocturnal creatures. In other words, the yogi, the enlightened one, who is self-controlled and who has overcome his senses, has awakened to the supreme reality from the slumber of ignorance. That night, which is the embodiment of ignorance, characterized by the distinction between the perceiver and the perceived, where all beings in reality are in deep slumber, though we say they are awake, where all are like dreamers in sleep, is night for the Muni who has realized the ultimate principle. 269.4 Explanation. The theme here is the fact that the worlds of the realized soul and the ordinary person are quite different and opposite. Night is the time when it is difficult to make out objects. It is the time of darkness and therefore of inactivity. But there is activity during that time also. The nocturnal creatures like owl are active at night. It is like our day for them. Conversely, their night is our day. We are active when they are inactive. The situation of the worldly man and the realized soul are just like that. 269.5. The ordinary people run after worldly objects, seeking happiness. This is so with all beings, the term standing for all creatures, except the Sthita-prajna. Be they the higher beings like Devas, see 354 and 417.3 of Volume 1, or even Brahma, or the lower beings like grass, or even lower. 2 footnotes here. First one on Brahma, the god of creation, not to be confused with Brahman, the word used to represent the ultimate principle. The second footnote, a question might be asked, as they are higher beings, don't the Devas pursue the self? The scriptures make it clear that they are higher in the matter of happiness only, but the humans have greater entitlement for the pursuit of the self. We continue. They do not seek the real self. For them, the self is the body-senses-mind complex. That is their day. Anything other than that is night for them. Questions like the meaning of life, how does everything run, etc., are an area of darkness. But the man of steady wisdom has contemplated on these questions and realized the truth. The brightness of truth shines on him, and that is his day. For him, the worldly pursuits are night. In other words, he has awakened from the sleep of ignorance and revels in the self, having conquered his senses. 269.6. When we say that the worldly pursuits form the day of ordinary people, we have to bear in mind that it is day only in their thinking. In reality, it is covered by ignorance and therefore is a world of darkness. They are in effect in deep slumber of ignorance, or at best dreamers in sleep. In that dream, they run after happiness and try to earn more and more, competing among themselves. They pursue all activities with the feeling of I, the doer. They have no time to pause and think of the worthlessness of all this. They do not realize that all these are impermanent, and there is only one reality in which the knower, the known, and the act of knowing are one and the same. 269.7. But the Sthita-prajna has come to this realization. For him, that is the day, and all actions, scriptural or mundane, are night. 2 other expressions are used to describe him: Sanyami and Muni. The first means the one who has everything under his control. As we have seen, controlling the senses is the essential prerequisite for the seeker. Therefore, we can also take this term to mean an earnest seeker. Then the idea would be that an earnest seeker is not interested in worldly pursuits and considers it an area of darkness. For him the day is the truth alone, which he seeks. Similar is the case with the Muni, literally one who is engaged in constant contemplation. He too can be either a realized soul or an earnest seeker. Thus, this metaphor would apply not only for the one who has arrived, but even for the one who journeys.